the king of Northumberland.
Good evening. Whoa, that's a bit weird. There we go. That's better. I didn't expect to see Alex tonight, but he just can't stay away. I think he's worried in case St. Maximin gets the bad rep today. But he's here. He's here, and we shall go on. Evening, chaps.
Good evening.
Evening.
Nothing yet on Mr. Botman, which is a bit weird, Alex.
There may be something on the cards right now, apparently.
Really? Oh, we might be able to break it on the show.
Yeah, I mean the rumor, the rumor of many rumors was 9 o'clock UK time. It seems like they're interested in playing.
The official Newcastle United FC account has just tweeted 1 minute ago. Newcastle United have agreed a deal in principle with LOSC Lille to sign Dutch defender Sven Botman for an undisclosed fee. And below is a picture of Sven Botman holding the shirt. Get it!
Yes! Come on! There he is. Svenestein Botman is finally with us. Fantastic news. You know what it is? It's very a very strange time to announce it, isn't it? I mean, I thought it would be announced before now. Clearly not. What the hell do I know? But there you go. Sven Botman is a Newcastle United player. Which
you heard it here first.
You heard it here first, live on the Toon Review. It doesn't get better than that, people. It just doesn't. Now, it is the fan forum. We are back. We do have plenty of people waiting in the waiting room. Some of the usual sorry suspects I can see lining up to get on here, which is great to see them again after time away. So, you know, it's good to see them back. We'll take a few comments first because we've got literally 9,000 comments. Billy, just start the comments off. I just need to check something on my camera, mate. I'll be back in a second.
Right, let's go for some comments then. We'll go from the top. And we have Danny says, good evening, gang, as always. Yeah, back with the fans forum. Been a long time, been a few weeks as the season's shut. Michael's also in the chat. Hi, Michael. Hi, Paul. I've made a complaint to Castoria regarding the shirt sizes because I'm not happy and feel like Castoria are not telling us why they are selling them in small sizes for £65. Lots of hoo-ha about the Castoria shirts today on Twitter, Alex. Have you seen any of it?
Oh, I've seen a lot of people complaining and bickering, and I mean, rightly so, to be fair. It is atrocious, yeah.
It's shambles, isn't it? Ches is in the house, Clark's in the house, sorry, and he also says Chelsea in talks with Leeds about a £50 million deal for Rafinha. That's on Sky Sports now.
Thank you.
It's going ahead. Right,
I had to change my shirt because I had yellow on my shirt and my camera doesn't like it, apparently. So there you go. Bruce says Newcastle United fans and every other club that's got these idiots for their team tops for the money you paid for the top, it should fit. Okay. Who do you think will be Newcastle United break and transfer, Paul and Stato and the crew? Well, funny enough, it's Svenis of the Botman. He is now a Newcastle United player. We've seen him in the shirt. And the Toon Review will be doing a live show at 12:30 tomorrow with me and Alex on that very player. Now he has been confirmed by the club. Mark says, good evening, everyone in chat is looking forward to the show. Remember, guys, hit the like button and subscribe to keep the Toon Review growing. Indeed, we are less than 300 away now from 12,000, which will be absolutely fantastic. Paul and Stato, what happened to the show this afternoon? Is it because Sven still hasn't come out as a sign? Well, that was the reason, yes. I mean, we're not like other channels. We don't broadcast the players have signed without seeing them signing first. You know, many people have said that Eki Teki was signed 2 weeks ago, and that hasn't actually bloody happened either. So there you go. We will only do it if the player's actually signed an official from the club. We aren't in the know, and we never will be. Has Botman actually signed the pro? Yes, he has. It's done. I still think we will get either Ericsson. What does that say, Billy? Newcastle United agrees Sven Botman deal. Yeah, there you go.
And that's on the official website, so.
Oh, woohoo! It's done. It's done. Look, I mean, obviously this talk's gone on behind the scenes a bit longer this afternoon just to process everything and make sure everything was done and all that garbage. But there it is. Right, let's bring some rabble onto the show, shall we? We've got Ryan, the King of Qatar, who I've missed dearly. Jack, Annie, Mason, Jacques, and who else we got there? Oh my God!
Oh,
How are you doing, Archer?
no.
Good. Good to see you all. Nice little summer break away from the Toon Review, guys. Have you missed the fan forum? I guess you have. Because I was getting many messages to bring it back as soon as possible because people were missing it. Roy, how's life over there in Qatar? I still haven't got me invite.
Oh no. No, we'll sort it out. Don't worry.
Yeah. Tell you what, listen, I am ready to board that Qatar Airlines plane.
Yeah, it's nice. I know you don't want to be here now. It's about 50 degrees outside.
No, that's too hot for me. Like my feet would burn. Plus, the bald spot in my head would definitely burn.
Mine has.
Well, you know, I see you're looking a bit like Santa Claus these days, Roy. I mean, it must be hot under that beard.
I know. I'm not shaving it until maybe next season.
No, fair enough. What's your thoughts on the summer so far?
I'm happy with the transfer so far. So we've got Botman, we've got Pope and Target signed, which is good. So I think we just need, I'd say 3 more, and I want to get excited here. I'm not going to say top 4, but right winger.
I've seen you getting a little bit excited, right? With your comments and stuff like that about top 4 and things like that. I mean, it's there, isn't it? I mean, you know, we start to dream, don't we?
Yeah, but realistically, we're not there yet. I would say top 7 should be our target this season. Top 7.
Annie, seriously, man.
We missed
it's
Annie.
Like having a drum in the ear when you move that bloody microphone.
Forgot to mute it.
Of course you did.
You've got a touch,
Annie,
Annie.
how are you doing?
Not bad, actually.
How's the summer for Bristol City going?
Very busy.
Excited on Twitter a few times, actually.
Yeah, it's been very busy, actually. We've signed, I think, 4 players, which is good business so far. Certainly more busy than Newcastle, I think, for now.
Oh, well, hang on a minute. Before you go on your Newcastle rampage again, there he is, guys.
Botman begins.
Sven Botman. Yes.
Where's Robin?
He's taken. Well, you know, it would have been interesting.
It's a bit old.
It's got to be a video incoming. There's got to be. There's no way Grant's been working away all day for just that picture. There's got to be something.
Yep.
At least it's smiling in the photo.
Oh, shut up.
He is. We've got. We've got a couple of people waiting as well, so that they'll get on a bit later. Ryan, over there in Canada, I still see your basement's as dark as a dungeon as usual. How's life in Canada treating you recently? Are you loving what's going on at the club?
Yeah, I'm just kind of the smile and wave mentality from Madagascar for me, and just got to keep going on with it. And I'm happy with what we're doing. And I'm doing pretty good here in hot weather. Tried going for like a bit of a buzz cut, but it doesn't work with my receding hairline. So
mate, when it starts to recede, the only thing I can recommend for you is just shave the damn thing off, because it's pointless. You're fighting a losing battle. You may as well just shave it, go grade 1, or take it all off.
A bit of a
like
warning sign, but at least I'm young, so like I could grow my hair out.
Yeah.
Or start combing your ass.
What's the matter with you? Seriously. Sean says, good evening, everyone. Ordered my new white and green away top today and sick of watching Sky Sports News and waiting for Botman. Well, you don't have to wait anymore. He is with us. Now, the green strips are obviously released today. I've bought mine straight away because I love them. But there is going to be a very funny video on this very channel if I get these shirts and they're like friggin' volleyball tops again. One will not be amused. Jacques, how are you liking the new strip?
I like it. I was born in Saudi Arabia, so for me, it's representing the national colours. Yeah, I know. Southern Geordie, born in Saudi Arabia, so it's
a nice full circle the way the club sort of worked out for me.
Well, yeah, but interesting enough, the media have obviously come out and hammered us again, but it's been highlighted to them that I believe this is the first time that a ladies' football team has advertised a shirt in Saudi.
Big movement.
It is.
The thing is, there's so many positives that come from it, but as you guys have said, the media are going to jump on the bandwagon at any opportunity because, well, a lot of them are obviously just big supporters of the Big Six, and they don't really want to see anyone else sort of trying to get on there, step on anyone's toes.
Yeah. And I mean, Mason, you must be over the moon. I mean, have you ordered any of the tops yet?
I've got the home one in the background, and I'm going to get the away ones as well.
Well, it's weird, isn't it? Because we thought the green and white one may have well been the actual away top, not the third kit. There was a bit of sort of doubt about that, but the blue and yellow one's obviously going to be the away kit. Are you happy with that, Jack?
Not really, but I can see why it is the third kit, because why put white on the away kit when we've got white on the home kit? So I can see why it's the third kit, but I think we all know what the away kit's going to be because all the rumours have been true from now on. So, yeah, I'm very happy with the kit. I think it's a lovely strip, and it works better with the green collar than the white front. So, yeah, I really like it.
Mason, what's the fitting like?
I'm usually a 4XL, and I tried it yesterday because I was at Metal Centre getting it, and it was a bit tight, and I got 5XL. Much. It fits us really well.
Well, that doesn't say that really doesn't bode well for me because I'm normally a 3 or a 4, and the 5 was like a crop top on me last year. But we'll see. Love the new third kit. Definitely getting one. Julie's in the house. Good evening. Toon Dave. Good evening. Paul Gallant in the house. We need 100k stadium. Alex, what do you make of that? Because we had the obligatory sale of the season tickets this morning, and of course they were gone in. I think it was 14 minutes in total that it took to sell the whole season tickets out. Literally no chance for some people, and then of course some of the arseholes putting on there that they were reselling on. Some were joking, some weren't, which of course pretty much upset a lot of people that were trying to get them in the first place. But is a new stadium inevitable, or a bigger St James's Park?
I think probably the latter is more likely, based on the interview with the Athletic that Amanda did. She has stated it's the soul, and I can't remember what word she used exactly. Something and soul. So they've specifically sat down and said they don't want a new stadium. It's not in their plans at the moment. I think that was the words they used. So it seems quite likely that we could probably do 60, 65. A lot of people keep saying 70, 75. A lot of people are going a lot higher than that, which is fair enough. We'll see. It does depend. It looks very likely. There was. I'm glad I wasn't involved in the squabble this morning because it was just Twitter was just screenshots of people's queue number just across the whole feed. And for everybody watching, if you do know people just touting and just reselling for like 10 times, just screenshot and send it to the club. Just send it straight to the club. That's what you should do, and then let the club decide what to do with it. So yeah, but I don't know. New stadium. Maybe, but I think they'll go down the route of expanding St James's and trying to appease us, and because they know it'll score points.
Well, they don't really want to leave St James's. I don't think a lot of fans do either. Is there anyone on the panel who actually tried to get a season ticket?
Yeah, I did.
That's a long way to go, Roy.
I know, and had a waiting list of 27,000 people when I was on. Man.
What would you have actually done if you'd got one? I mean, that would cost you some money in flights.
Nah, but I'll keep it with me mates. I got loads of mates, and then I'll just put a little pot, put some money in. I'll just travel 3 or 4 times a year, but at least I'll have one. Yeah. So I'll be back when I retire. Yeah,
that's a good idea, actually. Guys, I know we've got people waiting to come on the show, but it's first come, first serve. Just hide your pash. We'll get you on in time. Everyone just going crazy about Botman. Billy, it was crazy, wasn't it, this morning? An announcement of the shirts. Then all of a sudden the season tickets go on sale. Then everybody's panicking because Botman hadn't been announced yet. And it was all kicking off.
Yeah, it's not like the Newcastle United fan base to be all panicky, is it?
No.
Waiting for a day. I mean, I was convinced at one point today that we were holding off the Botman announcement for a joint announcement with Ericsson tomorrow. Thinking of between the lines.
Ericsson's picked up a little bit within the last couple of hours.
There is some Billy breaking news as well. Callum Wilson's posted a video of him doing an incline run with Leon Best, obviously the ex-Newcastle and Coventry
Alex,
player.
that's not breaking news. That's dumpster rules, man. We don't care about Leon. I don't want Leon Best back.
Coventry G's.
Well, no. If he's helping Wilson stay fit, then I guess that's good.
Yeah, well, Julie stated that obviously Newcastle United waited until the Toon Review went live to announce Botman. And yes, Julie, you are right. Obviously, they decided, Toon Review's going on at 8:30. We'll wait till then, and then we'll put a picture up on the net of him holding the shirt just so Paul can announce it. Just came on to see if any news and got it instantly, as you do on this channel.
Global media outlet.
Sorry?
We're a global media outlet.
We are indeed, yes. And the fan forum is there for everybody to have their say, and you don't have to pay. No. Geordie 2 for Life says, good evening, Botman at last. Matthew says, can you get it on the screen? Well, I did. There he is. If anybody wants official confirmation that Botman is now a Newcastle United player, there you go. And he's smiling. Yep. So to all those absolute Nancy pansies who were complaining yesterday, saying, "Oh, Botman's not smiling. He doesn't want to play for us." Give your heads a shake. He's here. He's here and ready to go. And that's what that's what he's here to do. Just sorry, AC Milan. We've beaten them to it. I mean, Annie, you must be wondering how Newcastle United. This time last year we were all sort of crying in our milkshakes and everything like that, and then this season we've just brought Botman in and. It's slightly changed now.
Yes, bit of an understatement. But yeah. Look, that is a great signing. I'm not going to sit here saying I'm an expert on Botman. I've not watched Liga, and I'm not going to pretend I have.
Well, I'll give you an idea. He's class.
What I said about Danny Simpson before he signed for us. But,
nit off, man! You are not putting Danny Simpson and bloody Botman in the same kettle. Give us a break,
I'm not. But look, judge him by how he plays in the first game. If it was a proven Premier League player, probably give you a better opinion and probably we'd all have a better understanding of how he plays. But the Newcastle recruitment team definitely have an idea how he plays, and otherwise I wouldn't have brought him in. And that's it. Now that's something I would kind of look on and say, do you completely trust the Newcastle recruitment team yet, or is it something you
So
build
one
up
thing you said there specifically
gradually?
About, we'll wait, see how he does in his first game. Absolutely not. Everybody's got to give this lad time. He's 22. Yeah. Absolutely not. And I will say this again tomorrow in the video in the live stream we do about Botman. Absolutely not. He needs give him a season and let him just do whatever, and he'll be fine. Absolutely, we're not judging him after 1 game, 3 games. That is absolutely outrageous. No way. And it's too much expectation for a 22-year-old.
Right,
no,
guys,
you're right. No.
We are getting people in the comments panicking already, saying a deal in principle ? Obviously, it just needs signed off by the Premier League, etc.
Murdad just tweeted him, "Welcome to the family." So
yeah,
it's done.
It's done. It just needs, the powers that be above. That's what a deal in principle is. But listen, Newcastle United would not have him, would not announce him holding the shirt without him being a Newcastle United player. Me and Dad wouldn't tweet that, for instance. Archie, are you excited by Botman?
Oh, definitely. I can't wait to see him play. I think it's a great signing. Yeah. About 35 million or something we're signing him from Lille.
37, I think it is. It's a 5-year deal. Matthew says Botman isn't official yet, guys. Formalities yet to be fight. Give our Matthew man, he's in. He's holding the bloody shirt, man.
There are people saying the reason is because Lille want to officially confirm it on the 1st of July, so it counts into their July side.
Exactly.
It
So
seems
it's
to be accounting things. Like it's fine.
It is. That's exactly what it is. It's for the 1st of July thing for all sorts of, well, certainly for Lille, their accounts, etc., will go from the 1st of July when the players' contracts expire, etc. That's when their financial stuff will happen. So that's why. Why would the club get him holding the shirt, announce it, if it wasn't done? Come on, man. Why is it so... We've signed the bloke and it's still negative. Honestly, I could scream. Lisa's with them saying deal in principle. Does that mean it isn't fully done? I'm confused. It is done. It's just Lille's end. It needs to wait. Newcastle have agreed a deal in principle for Sven Botman. Good evening, Brian. Hope you're well. Alfie says we've waited over 24 hours for an announcement. It's literally a normal announcement. Was expecting at least a video. Just happy it's happened. Listen, I don't care. I really don't care if there's a fecking fanfare or, flags out or a Batman signed above St. James's Park. I don't care. The bottom line is, this is all I really care about, is the fact that there he is, holding the shirt.
The rest is just a bonus.
Exactly. So
he's also put on his own Instagram, Botman has, about joy. What did he put? Happy to be part of the Magpies family. Those are his words. So it's done.
It's a done. He done the deal. Roy, how happy are you? Come on, man. You must be buzzing.
I'm buzzing, mate. I look at this now and compared to the last 14 years and shitting ourselves every transfer market and losing our best players or not signing anyone.
Yeah, well, that's a good thing, isn't it? We're not now waiting to see who goes out the door. With regards to our better players, if anyone goes out the door now, it's going to be our dead wood kind of thing, which is great. Paul Gallant says 246 in the chat. Please smash the like button. Well, there's now 1,020 in the chat, so on viewing, so please do hit the like button, guys, and subscribe, of course, if you're new. Good evening, Keith. Maggot says Ashley, major shareholder in Castoria, bear in mind.
Is he?
Has that ever been confirmed? I don't think it has.
No idea.
I think it's alleged, but I'm not sure it's been confirmed. Dan, good evening, mate. Hope you're well across the pond there in the States. Pedro saying it's saying the formalities of the transfer set to be concluded this week. Exactly. 1st of July. He's Cloth Keith. Cheers for the confirmation, Billy Trey. Bish Bash Bosh says Toon TV. Jack is on. Love his channel. You've got a fan there, Jack.
It's my dad.
It's your dad. Hey! There you go. Well, good evening, Mr. Jack. I hope you're well. I wonder if Mrs. Stato's watching, Mr. Jack's watching. I'll tell you what, it's incredible. I'm getting flashes on StreamYard. There's literally hundreds of people trying to get on, but it only allows 12 people to be on in total, and that includes the waiting room. So there you go. Let's have a look at some more comments. James says, surely you all understand why Castoria are doing this with the shirts. It costs them more money to make the sizes accurate. They save a lot of money by making the sizes smaller. Obviously, it's wrong. Well, that's why we want them out. If that's the way they're going to go on, get them out and get a professional company in, like Adidas or Nike, who make bigger shirts and who make proper fitting shirts.
That's what I'm waiting for.
Exactly.
Not buying the shirt until it's Adidas or Nike.
Yeah, we don't want
the big brands.
Volleyball shirts. We just don't.
No disrespect too, but I don't want to get it from some guy that made it all in his garage in Liverpool. Like, I'd rather get a big brand. Like, that's just the way I am.
Are they Canadian brands then? Adidas and Nike? I've never heard of them.
Oh, come on. Adidas and Nike.
There we go.
There's one here.
Do you know when the deal ends for the Castoria deal?
It's the end of the season. Premier League teams aren't allowed to advertise on the shirts from next season anyway. Any betting companies, so they would have to stop anyway. But I believe there's a year left. Craig Johnson, thanks for your £5 super chat. He says in principle means enforceable deal agreed, meaning it's completed, but there is an undisclosed fee, probably with add-ons. There you go. Just hey, he's ours. Let's not panic now. Let's just
smile and wave, boys.
Smile. Let's just partay. You know, he's here. You know, after all that time, since bloody January, we've now got him. So let's just relax, chill
6
on a
months
canoe
of
down a
waiting.
river and just smile. Let's get Ericsson does, said Maggot. I tell you what, Alex, if we were to bring Ericsson in, that would just top this week off, wouldn't it?
I mean, I had a really funny. I've had a funny feeling all day that there was going to be a double sign-in. Like I knew it was very unlikely because we've not seen anything. It's difficult to hide things. You know, people take photos of everything. It's hard to conceal. But I don't know. The Ericsson thing's very quiet. Nobody seems to know what's going on. It's Spurs, Man United, Brentford, not Brentford, not Man United, Newcastle, not New. Like nobody knows what's going on. All the journalists are getting all completely different information. Yeah, there's a funny. It's very funny. We've not seen any photos either. He's not been all these places he's reported to have gone and had talks in. We've not had pictures like we've had of these other people. So it's interesting, and obviously it might be more than just Ericsson. It might be other things going on as well. So, we'll see. There's something going on, especially with just a basic picture announcement of Botman. Something's going on, and obviously Eddie Howe just got back from Southampton today. He was spotted coming back, so I thought he would have been coming back to be in a photo or something, but he's not. So. There's a lot of unanswered questions, but all will be revealed, I'm sure, in the next few days or weeks.
Oh, we've lost Mason's gone. Well, we'll bring in Lewis. Good evening, Lewis.
Good evening.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. If I look tired, I am absolutely knackered.
Hey, join the club, mate. We're all knackered. What do you think of the Botman news just come in?
That's brilliant news. Brilliant news. Obviously, it's been like 2 days we've been waiting for this. It's like what the hell's going on?
I know it's pretty. Listen, we listen. At the end of the day, we know this. This is how Newcastle United operate. It's like a roller coaster ride, to be honest. Why does that Botman pic look like it's photoshopped into the background, or do I need a Sinclair? You need a Sinclair, Gary. Just at least take your face somewhere.
You gotta get number 4 shirt at least. Otherwise, there's something wrong.
Yeah. Alvin Messenger, thank you for your $5 super chat. Running late. Good evening, everybody. Fantastic news, says Kenk. An official, unofficial Botman announcement. Again, in principle, it amused me that Sky Sports social media announced the third strip. They haven't with any other team. Well, of course, Rachel, we do know why. Because they like to just have a little dig at us again.
You know how somebody said there's not official, unofficial news. If you have a look on Newcastle's Twitter or Facebook, it's
all over it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, exactly. So there you go. It is official.
I think we should just see the image in the bottom corner of the whole live stream. Then people will know.
That's actually a good point.
Well, I wish I could. Unfortunately, it won't.
9,000 IQ right there, Jack.
It's on his Instagram as well. So.
Yeah, exactly. He said on his Instagram. I mean, there's nothing really needs to be said. He's Newcastle United's player. Can't keep locking out the next generation of fans. Tradition is all well and good, but you can't prioritise that over the future health of the club. We need to move. St James's Park is very difficult to expand. Well, Michael, to be honest, we haven't even had the takeover for a year yet. Let's be honest. There's a lot more priorities in place for the new owners to face, Billy, rather than, expanding the stadium. They had to deal with the shit show that Mike Ashley left.
Yeah,
we need to be competing for all honors in order to even be thinking about new stadium change. And you look at Liverpool; they've got like 2,000 less. Anfield's got like 2,000 capacity less than, 2,000 more than St James's. Yet they're competing for everything, every trophy. Yeah. So,
well, that doesn't mean anything. There, we could sell 70,000 in the Championship, basically. And the option is to move the pitch round, as we were kind of saying earlier in the year, and have it going towards, so it's facing across instead of going towards the Gallagate and extending back and forward from there, the Millburn.
But then that makes a bit of a problem because then obviously the famous is obviously the Gallagate. That's the famous part of St James. Everybody knows.
Well, they wouldn't be knocking it down, but that would be the side part of the ground instead of the end part.
Yeah, but then obviously. Like there's rumors saying the owners want to move ground. Like we could easily sell we could easily sell 100,000 tickets, but we can't have bigger than and Wembley. We could still have 80,000 capacity stadium. We could sell that out week in, week out.
It's going to be hard because of where the ground is. Because really difficult to maneuver where it's just I think it's an impossible job, to be honest, because obviously they've got the metro lines underneath as well. There's a lot of stuff needs to go into this for architects to design the stadium, for one, if it indeed is going to stay in its present place, which I don't think it will. I just do not think they can expand it big enough. But I also think that the expansion of the stadium is pretty far down the list at the minute.
Exactly.
I mean, Jacques, I don't know about you, but I think it's a long way down the list because there's more priorities.
Well, yeah, just look at the training ground. I don't even know what sort of the maximum capacity you could even probably get on that existing blueprint. Plus, you'd have to get the planning permission as well. It's a long process to get that done. Never mind the costs involved. And as you say, training ground should be the first and foremost. But did I read an article today? Certainly it was Chronicle, but is there an article today saying that they got approval to basically upgrade the training ground today?
They start building
right.
Bang, there you go. So yeah, that's I mean that really is the first thing.
June. So there you go. And the proposal is single story side and rear extensions to the east side of the training complex, rear extension of existing dining room to the southwest, and landscaping works to rear of the training complex, which is obviously talking about new pitches. So there is definitely development underway. It's superb news, to be honest. Mark, thank you for your £4.49 super chat. He says Newcastle interested in Portuguese international Gonçalo Guedes, or this from Alfonso
his name's
Lacadio.
popped up this evening.
Another one, strangely. Foxy, good afternoon. Lovely away kit from Roy Championship season. Yeah, it was.
Never lost at home.
No, we didn't. We didn't. Jack's dad says, what would be the forum's most exciting next realistic signing? Well, for me, I mean, if these rumors are true about obviously what's his face, Christian Eriksen, I'd love that to happen. Diaby is somebody that I really like. I would love to see him come to the club. I think that would dramatically improve our right-hand side. Archer, anybody that you fancy bringing in?
Like you said, I'd happy to see Diaby coming in. Maybe Eriksen. I heard that there's talks of bringing like another defender in. I don't know who, but our main priority is definitely a striker. We need a striker in. So, because
I mean, a striker for me is a necessity, and for me now, the only two positions that I would really look to go for is the right-hand side and a striker.
The problem is, Paul, the striker market, it's overvalued and it's below average almost. Like, do we want to go and overpay for someone like Osimhen who got 18 goals? But at the same time, would you want to overpay for the one position striker because they get you goals? What do goals do? They win you games, 3 points, etc.
What do points make, Billy?
Prizes.
Right.
Yeah, so maybe it is a bit of a risk, but maybe you just gotta let it. For us in our head, we think of Osimhen, maybe Alexander Isaac, the typical names that are linked. But I think maybe the best strikers that would come and are available are the ones that we don't know about, the ones that the club are scouting and think about maybe recruiting. That maybe if we sign, we're like, oh, who's this kid? And but he turns out to be a superstar or something. So it's so hard to decide. For me, I'd take Gabigol, to be honest.
Rachel Lilly, thank you very much for your £6.10 super chat. She says Botman is one of our own. £6.10 had to be done, Paul. Well, thank you very much, Rachel. Really appreciate that. And by the way, Rachel, I was just going to wonder if you wanted to be added to the Toon Review mods. because now you're a regular watching the show. If you can, drop me a private message and let me know if you're interested. Cesare says, well said, we need to give Botman time. By the way, did anybody see the comments from Virgil van Dijk about the transfer?
No.
He's basically said that this guy is going to be a superstar. And Newcastle have got an absolute gem from the man himself, which is really incredible. Because, you know, if he's if he's 3/4 as good as Virgil van Dijk is, we've got a superstar, Roy.
Yep. I've got a friend of mine who supports AC Milan, and he follows all European football. He told me he was gutted. He was never gutted in his life more than this. So he said you've just signed your best defender ever. So let's hope he's right.
Just give him an extra ha from me, yeah.
I've got a photo of.
Listen, Roy, we know where your photos go. You know, you bloody Chris Woods and all of that. Get out of here.
No, it was one I nicked it from Twitter. It was Muhammad Ali knocking. I think it was Joe Fraser or something.
That one, yeah.
And it had the Newcastle emblem and the Milan one.
Ernie Terrell was. It was Ernie.
Classic meme template.
The Ernie Terrell knockout when he was. What's my name?
Yeah. Ian Toon Trader says I tried for 5 hours. I was 8,774 in the queue, but waited anyhow till I got through. Wow. Hats off to you, man. Hats off. It's just international clearance he needs as well due to Brexit. Bloody hell, Brexit. Bloody stupid, bloody politics. Buzzing with Botman. Up the mags. It looks quite a while now to announce, but what a signing onwards and upwards. Yes, Botman's holding the shirt, and yes, me and Dad tweeted welcome to the family, but I won't believe it until he gets a statue, says Chesra.
I've got something about the training ground as well that you mentioned. So I've been quietly doing my FFP research, and Swiss Ramble, bless them, managed to do a huge thread update on it, which was lovely because it helps a lot being explained by people who know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
So mentioning the training ground, there's a little excerpt from my notes. So certain expenses that could previously be excluded from the FFP calculation can no longer be deducted. This covers money spent on youth football, infrastructure, community, and women's football. So they are removing that feature from the financial fair play regulations in terms of being able to offset spending through just throwing money at youth players and training grounds, etc. They are increasing the threshold in other areas, so I'll explain that when we do our FFP show. So don't panic yet, but I just thought I'd throw that out there because we are obviously now we've had the training ground. It's all been approved to planning permission. So yeah, lots of changes towards that as we're about to do it. So maybe that's why the club have tried to fast track a lot of this now, possibly before it changes. It's very likely.
God help Bristol City Football Club.
God help.
Because we got the money, and obviously, bro, us with Saudi Arabia, and that's probably why they're doing it. But you know how about this tickets they can't sell them in Saudi Arabia?
Well, they can't sell them with a sponsor on, but they can sell the plain one.
No, but no, they can now because the sponsor, the new sponsor we got, the sleeve sponsor.
Yeah.
They can sell that shirt with the sponsor on for us.
Right. Okay.
That's how we can still get. That's how we can get away with it because it's like a Saudi Arabian company. That's how they can get around it. That's where I found out.
Well, listen, this all boils down to what we spoke about last season when the takeover happened and how relations could be improved between the two countries and how Saudi is seen across the world. They can learn from us. We can learn from them certain things. And that's how I think we as Newcastle fans want to view it anyway. Annie, I swear to God, I'm going to ram that microphone where the sun don't shine.
I didn't touch the microphone. I didn't touch it. I moved the table. I didn't touch the microphone.
Yes, but your microphone moved when your table moved. Annie.
Those mics catch everything.
They do. Exactly.
They do indeed.
Bloody mic.
Yeah, they do indeed. Billy knows best about that. Ricky, thank you for your £5 super chat. He says, fun fact, Sven Botman scored the same amount of club goals since January as Chris Wood.
God.
Todd Fishel over in America, thank you for your $10 super chat. He says, hello, the Toon Review fam. Just got home from work and buzzing about Botman. Indeed. I think everybody is. Michael says, I'm not in the know, but I'm hearing Sven Botman is heading for Newcastle. You heard it here first. Oh, dear me. Evening, Stotty. Hope you're well. What a signing. What owners. Come on next season. And over 1,000 watching. Wow. Yes, it is quite incredible. Geordie Metal, thank you for another £20 super chat, buddy. Really kind again. He says, I saw a rumour today that we have put a £40 million bid in for a Spurs striker. If true, who could it be?
Bloody Harry Kane, probably.
No, give our
40 million.
Listen, I think
Could be Bergwijn.
it could be Bergwijn, yeah. But
Is he still on the books there?
yeah,
40 million for Bergwijn. That's a bit.
I-
a lot of money. That's for
surely.
Bergwijn.
That's
No,
an
40
excessively high
million, no.
opening bid, surely, for Bergwijn.
But
Lucas Moura?
Ajax,
It could be Moura,
I-
but
That's still a lot of money
I
as
mean,
well.
that's still excessive for Moura, isn't it?
on Bergwijn, Ajax's opening bid was only 20 million euros. So I don't
Yeah.
think Newcastle will double the offer by that
No.
much. So I don't think it's Bergwijn.
Hey,
It's true
it
at all,
could-
by the way.
It
It's true
could
at all.
be for Son and Chris Wood in exchange. You know, I mean,
I would take Son any day, me.
yeah, I
£35
agree.
million deal then.
People in the chat are saying we're linked with Dane Scarlett. You guys
Who?
know some 18-year-old Spurs striker.
Yeah, he's a Tottenham young
He's the
striker.
black kid. Yeah.
And remember, we do get Newcastle taxed now with the players.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's
Especially
very
doing
true.
deals with
Probably
Mike Ashley
teams.
2.0, Daniel Levy.
God almighty. Patrick has been a Toon fan for 25 years from Ireland. Been slagged for 25 years for supporting the Toon. Guess I'll have the last laugh in a few years. Keep up the good work, lads. Indeed you will. No doubt about that. Ian says, imagine being watched by your dad. Look at Jack's face. He's like, oh my God. Stotty, thank you very much, my man. Really kind. Thank you. Good evening to you, me old mucker. Cheers, Jack. I've subscribed. There you go. V says, have him on for a minute, Paul. Quick question next. Don't know what that means. Guy says it's not that. It's for the Asian market where they are made. Listen, we all know that the football tops are made by 4-year-old Chinese boys in a factory somewhere. And that has gone on for many, many years. Good evening, China. It's gone on for many years. And it just happens. And we know that. But listen, the likes of Adidas, etc., make good shirts.
Morning.
So,
Exactly.
you know, there's no reason for it. And it really
Come on, China.
does my bloody napper.
Yeah.
But it's
for me,
it's not going to change anytime soon.
Like for me, I love Nike stuff. I do see the American way, by the way. I do see the American way,
Hey.
even though I'm British.
Yeah, Andrew makes a good point there, saying we need Nike in American sizes. Yeah, because Nike's extra small in America is actually our equivalent of 4XL. Because the Americans like to eat.
Yeah.
Good evening, America.
That's why whenever I buy shirts, I see EU and then US. So it's like it's all different sizing for you guys.
Like for
Absolutely.
trainers, like a UK size 11 is a UK size 12.
I know it doesn't make any sense, and I hope our American viewers are laughing at that because I know I'm taking the mickey. I say American way for Nike, but the English way for Adidas. How do the Americans say Adidas? Is it
Adidas.
Adidas.
Everything
If anybody wants to
America
make some
does,
easy
I
money
do.
as well, some Arsenal account has been saying for 2 days that Rafinha is 100% signed, and he'll give £200 to anybody that retweets it. And obviously, Chelsea hijacked it. So
I hate Arsenal fans.
DM me the link, Alex.
yeah, I'll send it to you.
Is that who I think it is? Who's been trolling Newcastle fans for quite a few days now?
Oh, I tell you what a Burke that guy is. I tell you. He
Oh
has
my
been
God, no.
absolute idiot. He needs brought to his senses, that man, I'm telling you.
What about Marvin?
Ridiculous. Yes.
Yeah, I think that's his name.
I think I might get cancelled for what I said to him.
I wouldn't worry about it. I don't think he's going to
No.
be very popular. I don't think he'll be coming to Newcastle. Stop talking about Ericsson, says Bobby. It's not going to happen. Zero chance. Do you have a magic
great
ball?
words.
Are you called Mystic Meg? Do you know the lottery numbers? Let's not jump the gun here. It's up to Ericsson where he goes, remember. There's no money involved in this transfer. Clarky says, Ericsson, a right wing and a backup centre forward, and it's a perfect window for me. Extremely happy with how things are going so far, and much more to come. It's definitely not Nike. People don't ride, they're bikey. That's a very good point, Ross.
Very good.
It's Nike.
Okay, I was growing up just saying that way. Like that's the way.
Yeah, but you live in French Canada. You talk different.
The same thing.
I suppose they're Nike.
Yeah, or Nike.
Oh,
Nicole, where those Nikes, huh?
There's actually a true fact. Like you can agree with this. In Quebec, in Canada, KFC is not even called KFC.
Yeah, it's PKF.
Oh,
yeah.
Or PFK.
What?
Because poulet is chicken in French, and then whatever the last two are.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ryan.
No. KFC.
It's the French translation.
Why is it a French translation in Canada? Explain that.
Because in Quebec, they speak French in Quebec.
I know they do.
It's dumb French.
And in Montreal, and in bloody Ottawa, and all these places.
I got it all the time.
Honestly. Kevin, thanks for another £5 super chat. He says, can you see Newcastle finishing above Man United? Absolutely.
Yes.
Hope so.
Is anybody worried about Man United this season on the panel by any chance? And bear in mind, Danielle might be watching.
You've seen that.
I gotta play that. She's angry.
But it's actually this is actually true stat. Newcastle has spent 81 million on the defense. Harry Maguire's 85 million.
I've been seeing that.
Yep.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
It's called good recruitment.
Yep.
So, Jacques, what formation do you think next season? Will it be the same 4-3-3 you'll go for?
I'd say so. I mean, it just looks like it's built that way. I mean, yeah, I don't think he's going to go 3-4-3 or anything like that. I think the formation works. It's just about strengthening those areas, as we've all said. I'm in complete agreement with you all. Cam, right wing, striker. I think the right wing's more important than anything at the minute, and then the backup striker. But yeah, 4-3-3.
Very, very interesting. I can't see him going to three at the back. I think that would be a criminal offence from Sir Edward. Roy, are you confident a 4-3-3 will be the system? And if so, if he's going to play that system, then surely he needs to hurry up with a right winger and a centre forward just to cover for Callum.
Yeah, if it's not broken, don't fix it. So stick to 4-3-3. The thing is, who's he going to pick? Byrne or Fabian Schär or Botman?
I think you'd be picking Botman.
Still waiting to see till tomorrow.
Yeah,
I think in big games he might put three centre backs, so go 3-5-2 or 3-5-1-1 or something.
Well,
so against City and Liverpool, just those two teams.
Hey, listen, we could just annihilate them teams next season. Let's be honest. Let's just go at them. Let's just go at Man City and go at Liverpool and score some goals, and so we can just turn around to like those fans that don't follow Man City. And
That's finishing the top four.
Exactly, Archie.
We only finished 9 points behind Manchester United, and they finished with a 0 goal difference. And 57 conceded. We only conceded 5 more goals than them by the end of the season as well. Considering how poor we were defensively, we only conceded 5 more, which is it's not that many.
I think it could have been like way worse for them if Ronaldo didn't score all those goals too.
Yeah, and
I mean, for United, it's all good improving their attack, but the defense is more of their priority. It's all good at bringing attackers in and all that malarkey. But their defense is so bad, and they're not improving it at all. They're relying on one defender for all their summer. They just don't know how to recruit players, do they? I mean, they're like, oh, look at us, we've got Ronaldo up front. If you can't defend, then how can you, if you score, but you're going to get conceded anyway.
Yeah. I mean, watch us in the 90s. That was literally that is the game plan. We'll just score
teams
more.
Like Man United and Arsenal won't get away with it longer if like we actually, and like other teams, West Ham, Villa potentially, if we actually recruit right.
Yeah.
smartly too. Yeah.
We've got another guest coming in who's been waiting since the start. We got is it Yaya?
No, yeah.
You're here.
You're muted.
That's me. It's my mate from Saudi.
Sorry, it's muted. Yahya.
Yahya.
Yes.
How are you doing?
Yahya. John, it's easy. In old books, it's John.
John in old, right? I'll just call you John.
John, it's easy. Hi guys, how are you?
We're good. I see you've got the. Where are you based at the minute?
In Jeddah, Saudi Arabia.
You're in Jeddah, yeah.
Yes.
And,
Jeddah.
how's? I mean, obviously Sven Botman's just been announced. I mean, has it gone down well over there yet, or has it yet to be sort of
buzzing,
breaking news?
No, we're buzzing. Yes.
Yeah.
Signing with Botman is great. Show how the strategy will be, and this is great to build up a good team, man. And Botman, as Roy said, AC Milan fans are gutted about that, and I know a couple of them. So,
well, pass on the ha-ha message from me to them as also. Yeah. That is my life goal is to say ha-ha to every Milan fan I ever meet.
I mean,
but they can't beat us, money-wise.
No, they can't. They can't, and they can't really laugh at us now either, or try and pull our legs. I mean, what have you made of the Italian press over this whole Botman deal?
I can't answer that, but let's do this. There is a sign here. I don't know. In social media, there is a sign, a new sign in social media. This sign, I think it's Japanese or Korean. So we will use it every time we sign a player. We'll say that we'll do this, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, Roy, you were doing the salty sign there. Clearly, they were trying to sort of scupper the deal, really, weren't they? The amount of times they said, Botman wants to come to Milan. He really wants to come to Milan. It was only coming from the Italian press. Not even the French press was saying that. It was, and Botman himself never said anything the whole time.
Yeah, but apparently he actually wanted to come in January. That I've read it somewhere today that he wanted to come. I think it was his coach. He wasn't happy that the deal didn't happen last January, and so all these ITK accounts that said he didn't want to come and he preferred to go to Milan was all bullshit.
I mean, Ryan, what did you make of it out there in Canada? I mean, did you notice the Italian press getting a bit salty?
Yeah, I saw a few tweets about it, and it just seemed like they're defending it so much, that he's coming. It's like you almost gotta take things with a grain of salt, and it destroys the credibility that they almost have/had, and they're meant to just uncover and unlock answers for fans, but instead journalists nowadays, sports ones, football anyways, they're just there to destroy, and I don't know, they just don't do their jobs, and it's annoying for me.
I mean, Billy, you've had a few Twitter spats lately with certain ex-footballers, namely Ramon Vega, that world-class central defender. It gets to the point now where, we said on our show last night, do we get angry now with all these comments, or do we laugh them off? Because at the same time, we're sticking up for our football club here, aren't we?
We are, but we can laugh them off in knowledge that we're better than them. Simple as that. We can look down our noses at them. We can stand above them and gloat as much as we like. We've beaten them to a world-class centre-half signing, and lucky in Milan. Better luck next time.
Yeah. Jack, obviously you do your own channel there. And, have you noticed much spice from the Italians? And did you notice that it was all coming from Italy?
Not really, but it just shows a statement to other clubs wanting to mess about with us. Like Botman could have chose Champions League, the more likely winning the Serie A pretty much every season. But no, he chose us because we've got a great project to come into next season or for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
So it just shows that teams are really, really excited in what we're doing, and it then inspires other players to want to sign for us. So it just shows a statement to what we're actually trying to build here and to what players actually want.
And Paolo Maldini history as well. I mean, Paolo Maldini, the manager of Milan, one of the greatest defenders ever. You know,
Maldini texts him, calling him every day, saying, "We want you." One of the best defenders in Serie A history.
Ever.
So that's got to, that's got to say something about the quality of Sven Botman, hasn't it? At the end of the day.
But this is the guy who said about Botman that if you have to make a tackle, you've already made a mistake, and then proceeded to everybody posted compilations of all of his recovery sliding tackles. Like, that is the one thing that irks me about him. Is he's well known for that famous quote: "If you have to make a tackle, you've made a mistake." And there's just thousands of videos and compilations of him making tons of recovery tackles because he was out of position. Like, he's still one of the best of all time, but silly thing to say, really.
By the way, did anybody see that video earlier on for today on social media with Botman and somebody stating about how he was criticised for being too slow, yet he kept up with the
outpaced him, Anthony from Ajax.
Yeah,
Anthony
we'll talk
from
about
Ajax.
that tomorrow as well. There's
he
a
won
lot about that.
Yeah, he won the ball, which incredible.
It's more of an acceleration thing than a speed thing. It depends. Very much like Burn, it depends on your positioning as well. Burn gets away with it because of his position. I don't think he's ever been done. When Target gets caught up the pitch, I don't think I've ever seen Burn mess up. When he does the big lanky slide where he wraps his legs around somebody. I think once he got it wrong because he fouled. Who was it against? He fouled somebody and pushed him into the signs, and he got a bit aggressive, didn't he? But I think that was the only time he got fouled. He got given a foul against him.
Was it Jared Bowen against West Ham?
It might have been. I think it was. But he makes all the recovery ones. It's about positioning. So, and we've got Matt Target. As long as he's got a competent left back to compensate for that, we've got one of the
Matt
best.
Target's still underrated. It's unreal.
He is. I agree.
I'm
David
surprised
says,
Steven
is he even
Gerrard
better
let
than
him go
Bramble.
easy.
Sorry, Jack.
I'm surprised Steven Gerrard let him go that easy. Because in my opinion, he's better than Digne. That's for sure.
I thought Target was. No, I thought Target was unlucky because he's got at Villa. He's got top left back in Luca Dean, and would Target be happy seeing on the bench where he could probably move to Newcastle and get a first team opportunity? So I think it was kind of probably out of Steven Gerrard's hands in a way. If Newcastle wanted him, they would have got him. They could have easily convinced him to get
that
him.
Comparison makes no sense. It makes no sense purely. I don't know why fans are arguing about Target versus Digne. It makes no sense because they brought Digne in because they had Matty Cash who just bombing runs and does inverts and gets to the byline and plays a certain way. So they wanted a technical left back, and we don't need that because we've got Kieran Trippier. Our Digne is Trippier. We've got that on the right side. He does our set pieces. He does the long balls. He's got that is literally, we've already got that. So our left-sided fullback, we wanted something different. We didn't need a Digne. We can't have both of our fullbacks doing that. It doesn't work. So it makes perfect sense, and people need to stop comparing them because it's the two clubs needed different things because we play opposite sides. It's really simple.
Am I the only one here who doesn't rate Luca Dean?
No, I don't rate him much.
I don't see what the fuss is with him.
He's more of a creative fullback, though, isn't he?
Yeah,
I think he would be nowhere near the France team if that world-class left backs, and I think maybe Teo Hernandez probably he's way better than him, I'd say. I don't know, I think he's a decent footballer as overall, but I'd rather I think there's other left backs that are better than him.
A good footballer, but not a good defender.
He's a good crosser.
Yeah, it's better going forward than he is defending, in my opinion.
Yeah,
basically another trend.
That's fair.
Ian says, "I want Diaby, Osimhen, and Paqueta if we get them, I'll turn to God." Really, that much?
It's 200 mil. That is never going to happen in this window.
You don't know, Alex. Don't turn into a John Sinclair and say that.
How much have we spent so far? Now, what is it? 60? I don't know. That'd total us at over 250 million, a quarter of a billion who's done that in recent history? I think Real Madrid did that in one window a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
when they got Hazard. I can't see us doing a quarter of a billion now. That will completely go against the slow and steady that everybody's been pushing in the last week. If we go and spend £250 million.
Archer, £250,000 back pocket money to you and your mansion. But would you expect us to spend that much?
To be fair, why not?
Listen, the way I found out quite a thing through Football Manager actually, that if you transfer and you pay a little bit up front with installments, it helps the FFP. So what's not to say that they can't go out and do that and just bring in some more world-class players? I mean, it's. I mean, in all honesty, I have absolute Scooby-Doo on how FFP works, and I never will understand it in a million years, which is why I'm looking forward to eventually doing this FFP show with Alex, so he can try and explain to me.
I mean, a little insight is this shirt. This is quite well documented all over Twitter. People have mentioned this about the new shirt sleeve sponsor, specifically being around £7.5 million per year income for us, and Botman's total transfer fee equates to around us needing to pay 7.5 per year for that. It literally matches the sponsorship deal. So it's about sponsorships and how much we can raise to
We
offset
spent about
that.
60 million.
Yeah, so the fact that our biggest transfer this window was offset with a new sponsor, we're not just going to dip into the main sort of bank balance and just go and whack it on everything. The fact that they've done a sponsor to nail Botman means that they are being super careful. They're not just going to go and throw 200 million off of a bank balance. So they're not just going to pump the money in, and it's got to be done properly.
How much do you reckon Osman will be? Of Napoli?
I mean, Napoli paid 70 for him when they originally signed him. So
I think you're looking at 80 plus
more
for
than
us, and I really do.
He won't leave Champions League football for us. I don't think he'll go.
Yeah, that's a good point. Listen, when we get to Champions League, we can talk about the next level up of caliber of player, because we'll be able to attract them once we're in the Champions League.
I think Callum Wilson's just really unlucky.
Yeah. I think
he's an all-out goal scorer. He's a proper number 9. He battles on. He scores goals.
I genuinely think Wilson's
just really unlucky that I think he's just really unlucky that he just gets injured all the time.
Yeah, but if he gets snapped, we're not going to get top 10 with Chris Wood up front.
No, not a chance.
Alvin says, I've heard the PSG have no interest in Ekitike. Maybe his agent comes crawling back to Dan Ashworth to make a deal. Well,
piss off.
If it is his agent, of course.
I think Dan Ashworth might just tell his agent to do one. That's not how business works, my friend. Julie says, could be Kane or Son, as they want ASM. Could be an exchange deal.
No chance.
Son's not going anywhere. Champions League football.
Look, but how far do we go down the line of saying Champions League football? Because, we brought in some quality players here who, Bruno, for instance, was. Listen, the Champions League football thing, they're only missing it for a season, aren't they? Realistically, if Newcastle want to push and are saying to these players, right, come and join us, you'll have a season out of the Champions League, but top 4 is our aim. How do we know that that's not what they're saying behind the scenes? It could be that they really have.
But none of those strikers make sense, though, apart from Son, to be fair. Because Kulusevski's only just signed for them. He's not going to go. Kane's not going to go from a declined 150 million bid to a 40 million plus player from us. It can only be Son. That's the only.
Well, I think Son's a better footballer than Harry Kane. I do not like Harry Kane as a footballer. I've stated that before. I think he's a dirty little shit. I think he's going to really injure somebody shortly with that stupid little thing he does backing into the defenders. I think Son is more of an all-round player. And I think Harry Kane comes deep to try and prove that he's the kind of player that Son is. And it's just not. He's a completely different player. Yes, Harry Kane is a very, very good finisher, but Son's all-round game is incredible. And I would take him every day of the week over Harry Kane. Don't know how many of you would, but I certainly would.
100%.
Yeah,
I'd take Son.
Anyone take Kane over Son?
I mean, I prefer we build. Not build. That's the wrong word. I prefer we get our own number 9. Kane has history. He's got his own story. If we want another Shearer, like it's got to be from scratch. Really, we can't just go and poach somebody's legacy that already exists. It'd be a bit weird. He's always going to be remembered as a Tottenham captain. He's never going to be regarded as our hero, is he? So.
Tell Mr. Sinclair that I can lend him £100. My interest rates are very reasonable. Of course, John Sinclair, the man who stated that Sven Botman would never, I'll just repeat that, never come to Newcastle. Because once he knew AC Milan were interested, there was only one place he was going. Evening, John. Great signing for Chelsea. Rafinha deserves Champions League football, to be fair. Stevie's great. Hello, all. Great channel, and my wife loves a good Botman. Oh, Jesus. Personally, I prefer Under Armour if it came to sizes, loose and fitted on all sizes, ideal for any size person.
The bag.
You what?
Under Armour the bag.
Well, no, they make shirts and everything as well, Annie.
Under Armour,
right, okay.
They made like Southampton's
I didn't know that.
kits a few years ago.
And Spurs as well.
All right.
Yeah.
I think
I like them.
Southampton's getting sponsored by the Dogs Trust this year. I'm led to believe after their stupid mascots. Jim says poulet fried Kentucky. My God Almighty! Oh dear, what is going on? Nah. Derek says, anyone wants to remind Mr. Sinclair what he said about Botman? Yep. Oh, he knows. He knows. Don't you worry about that. Stu says, would you take Rafinha from Leeds? We would, but he's going elsewhere, unfortunately. Tom's come in with some again, like he does, the encyclopedia that he is. Nike is named after the Greek goddess of a victory, whose name is neither pronounced Nike or Nike, but Niki. Well, Tom, I'm not going around saying I'm putting my pair of Nikis on because I'll get shot, right? No way will you see me walk into a trainer shop and say, I'm after the latest pair of Nikis.
That sounds pretty Geordie, to be honest.
It is very Geordie, indeed.
But some Nikis, like.
No, it's not something I'd be saying.
Get them Nikis off.
Oh, but you've always got to take that next step.
I can't have myself.
I don't know why. I really don't. I mean,
Family show.
John, out in Jeddah there, right? I feel weird calling you John, but there you go.
Yeah, it's easy. It's easy.
Would you? I mean, what brand of trainer is popular in Jeddah? Would it be Adidas, Nike?
Adidas, yes, it's Adidas.
Yeah.
Even lately, our Saudi national team sponsored by Nike. So
you wouldn't walk into a shop and say, "I'm after the latest pair of Nikis," would
you? Nike in Arabic, it's related to a bad word in Arabic. So,
all right,
I will go with Adidas. Yes, even Puma, by the way. So
you wouldn't buy a pair of Nikes because it's a bad word in Saudi.
It's a bad word, but I will buy it. It's a good quality.
All right. Well, it is good quality, but they're not called Nikis. And I will never, ever, if I see anybody calling it Niki, I'll punch them in the middle of the face. It's just ridiculous. But thank you for that bit of information, Tom.
That's sticking with me forever now.
Listen, you can't talk. You've got bloody stupid names for KFC in Canada, in French Canada. It's ridiculous.
We've got the reverse in Poland. We've got our Law and Justice Party, which is the ruling government. The acronym in Polish is PIS.
Wow.
And that's not a joke. That's actually their acronym.
Wow. By the way, I will laugh quite a lot if Sven Botman is not given the number 4.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Or Adam.
Well, yeah. Look, can you imagine? I mean, where have they got the number 4 from? I mean, how's that come about?
That's been a free number forever because, like, Matty Longstaff had it, and then he got sent out on loan. Yeah.
I mean, centre halves do wear number 4, don't they? Sometimes.
Yeah, 1 to 5. Yeah, no, 2
Listen,
to 5.
I'd be very surprised if it's not number 4, but it's just people jumping the gun.
I mean, there might be number reshuffles. You never know. Like Trippier's
I'd love
could
to see
change.
Trippier too, yeah.
Be a few.
Trippier could be number 2.
Trippier will be number 2. I've got no doubt about it. Because Clark won't be wearing number 2 next season. That's a certainty. And Trippier won't be wearing number 15.
I think he'll be wearing a Newcastle shirt either, to be fair.
Well, exactly. Yeah. I've messaged you, Paul. Cheers, Rachel. Any chance of some women on the forum? Listen, everybody's welcome on. We have a female host in Danielle who's just not on tonight because she's because of work commitments. We've had plenty of women on in the past anyway.
Yeah, it's a first come, first serve queue. That Paul can't control who's in that queue. It's just, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, please do somebody cut that. Alex sticking up for me there. Please cut that and just treasure it forever. Yeah, listen, anybody's welcome on the fan forum. Anybody,
and it's free.
We've had, and it's free. You don't have to pay. We've had Caitlin on. We've had Jade. We've had 2 Jades. We've had loads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll shave my beard for the lasses if they want.
Oh no, Christ.
The king of Qatar, ladies and gentlemen.
Silver-haired charmer.
He'll get one of his butlers to. I mean, I'm surprised I haven't seen one of your butlers bring in a cappuccino or anything, right?
I haven't got one.
You're lying.
Did you get your mug, Roy?
It hasn't got. It's not here yet.
Still
I'll
not
check
there.
tomorrow again. Someone's lost the tracking.
Do you know what it? No. Hey, don't. Hey. Listen, I'll tell you what happened.
You're on thin ice, Roy.
Anyway, Ryan, you don't seem to have ordered a mug. Any reason for that?
Well, I don't drink coffee.
Oh, how are you, man? Let's 7-Up in it.
Oh, I'm fine with my glass of water here.
Ryan, sometimes I just wonder about you. I do worry that French Canada is going down the pan. But the first batch of mugs that went out internationally, I wasn't advised by the post office to put the custom sticker on the back and to tell customs what it was, because I had to mark them down as a gift so they didn't get charged. Some people, unfortunately, have. But I put all your mugs in one box, wrapped it up tightly, and I don't know where it is. It will turn up. Of course it will. It's just taking its time. I'll probably get to Qatar before they do, Roy, when you get me invite out, but I'll bring some more over with us. Yeah, exactly.
The club have just tweeted as well, 39 days to go till we start our new season campaign.
Wow. 39 days, guys. It's getting close again.
Can you imagine Botman scores debut right in front of the Gallagher and pulls the Botman mask on?
I mean, Kieran Trippier with the balls in, it's going to be dangerous.
I think one thing we're going to be very, very good at and very dangerous at next season is set pieces. I've got no doubt. When we used to see this old set piece from days gone by when Mike Williamson would go to the back post every time. And it was just the same free kicks over and over and over again. Now we have a little bit of a difference where we can sort of spice it up a bit. We've got some very, very tall defenders in the box. We've got Trippier who can deliver a ball in there, and hopefully more to come who can deliver a football as well. The chances are going to be there for everybody next season, especially from set pieces.
At least we've got a left footer who can whip a ball in as well on that target. He's not too bad.
Yep. John Joe says the best thing out of Italy is spaghetti. Renier says it's great to be able to beat good clubs to good players. These are great times.
Absolutely.
I mean, Billy, that has to be a statement, doesn't it? Now we've got Botman, and we've mentioned this a few times on the shows, that it will prick everybody else's ears up and say, "Oh, right, Bruno's gone there, Trippier's gone there, and now Sven Botman's gone there, Matt Targett's gone there. There must be something that's pulling these players into the club."
Absolutely. It's a massive pulling point, I think, signing a higher quality of players than we've been used to, and what the players themselves have been used to.
Yeah.
So, they'll see the project. They'll think that's something I want to be in. They'll see the pictures from the last game of the season against Arsenal, the way the crowd reacted and how they behaved and how they cheered the team on. It's a massive project, and it's something that I think most players want to be part of, if they've got any ambition, especially.
Can we just go back to January when we were thinking about Botman? He even said himself that he would want to join Newcastle because of the project we are building. So it's definitely the project that's bringing players to the club. And Botman's even said it himself in his own words.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's very interesting because I'd love to be a fly on the wall and see what we are telling these players when we're talking to them about where we're going and what the plans are and how we're going to develop. Because I think it's a huge task. But when you look at who we've brought in, the likes of Dan Ashworth, etc., and Eddie Howe, they could sell sand to the Arabs, pardon me pun, but they could sell ice to the Eskimos. They've got to do it the right way.
Whoa, what's John, that? I'm getting a call from Amazon. They want to do an Amazon documentary.
Overdue.
All or nothing?
Overdue that. We do need to do that. It's coming.
Known, I think it's hard.
That's gone over my head.
What Tottenham did? Like
right. Arsenal doing. Yeah, all or nothing.
That will listen. It'll be next. Either Noon will do it now, or Netflix. Because let's be honest, Netflix need a Northeast team that's actually successful. To be fair, after the Sunderland exploits, which, well, I mean, if you want a good comedy show, guys, go and watch Sunderland Till I Die on Netflix, and you'll have a good laugh on there.
I saw a thing on Instagram saying breaking news: Sunderland are still shite.
Yeah, well, they are. Look, it amazes me that Sunderland fans still try and berate the Newcastle fans and say,
we're see on TikTok every day.
We're coming to get you. I mean, Jesus. I mean, Christ. I can't stipulate enough how stupid you sound saying things like that when you're still... Let's be honest. I think Sunderland might even finish below Bristol City next season, and that's saying something.
I've seen some of the Sunderland fans saying double promotion, and I've looked at the highest finishes for promoted teams in the last 4 years, and it's 16th. It's not even the top half. Nowhere near the top half. It's some of the expectations are ridiculous. Top half, mate. Come on.
It's not like they bossed the league anyway for promotion. They didn't win it. So what makes them think they're going to?
I don't think bossing the league or winning the league title necessarily determines where you'll finish. It does indicate in terms of strength of quality in your squad, but good recruitment could affect that. Momentum going into the next season could affect that. Management tactically could affect that. There's a lot of mitigating factors in terms of where you finish in the league. Look at Forest, for example. They're bottom of the league. Cooper comes in, probably with the best team in the league. Yeah, probably the best team in the league since Cooper's come in. So I don't think I necessarily agree with that. But yeah, it is somewhat of a factor. But yeah, some of the things I've been hearing from Sunderland fans is that, honestly. Was it Lee Hendry on Sky Sports? Other,
Yeah, he said they're coming straight up, don't they? I mean... seriously, I don't know. I mean, have they signed anyone this summer yet? Have they done any transfer work yet?
They've signed Patrick Roberts. He was there on loan last season.
He was already there, wasn't he?
Yeah, and they've signed Anthony Patterson on a long-term contract.
Right.
Who?
So basically, it's still the same team as last year who had to go up through the playoffs, and they expect to get promoted straight away in the championship. What planet are these people? Well, I don't know. It is a different planet.
McGeady's gone, hasn't he? He's left them. He's gone to Hibernian.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah. So I don't think McGeady played a lot last season. Back end of the season, did he?
No.
I think he was injured.
No, he didn't.
David says Kane is a brilliant passer of the ball. Look at his assists. I'd take him all day long.
I mean, he played well against us in the game down at their ground, but I mean, he had all the space.
Yeah, when he was looking for red cards, even the commentator picked it up. He's literally bumping into players so they can purposely get a red card. For example, Dan Burn, he wanted him to get a red card purposely.
Yeah,
that's not a world-class player at all.
No,
just selfish.
Look at his dive in the England game. That is the England captain.
Yeah.
Throwing himself on the floor.
That really hurt you, didn't it? You mentioned that a lot.
I hate it, Alex. I hate it.
I mean, he's got more goals than Bobby Charlton. He's doing that sort of thing.
Yeah, but it was the fact that he went down, wincing in pain, and he didn't even get touched.
He did a Richarlison, didn't he?
It's disgusting.
And let's not forget, he did Lejeune in that first game of the season years ago, and he didn't even got booked for it.
No, I'll never forget that tackle.
Who did he do last season? He did someone for Liverpool, didn't he, last season?
Robertson.
Two for Robertson. Yeah, two for got away with it.
And look how many times that he's backed into central defenders and they've landed very much near breaking the neck or damaging them the spines because of it. He's just a chicken shit, is what he is.
That's a sin bin in rugby, so the fact it's not penalised in football is ridiculous. You gotta make sure your opponents land safely. You should be responsible for that if you can. You can't be like deliberately endangering players' safety. If you can help, then help. Don't let them pile drive the ground neck first.
Well, look, at the end of the day, it's very hard for him to move his head around with a ski slope on the bottom of his face. He's just a horrible player. He really is. DGL Float says, I'd wet myself for a month if we signed Son. How on earth Ronaldo beat Son to the team of the season was ridiculous. Son is incredible, but doubt that would be possible. Let's go for the next Son instead. Ward Jackie says, unpopular opinion, but we don't have the credibility to sign players like Son and Osimhen, etc. yet. We are building towards players like this. I absolutely fully agree with you there. Kevin says, has Adam Pearson ever appeared on here? Yep, I'm a good friend of Adam's.
Did you see that Paul Sales was on Adam P's video yesterday?
Yes, I know.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I've spoke to Adam, was it yesterday or the day before? He's going to come on the show shortly, so to get his feelings of the summer so far. Geordie says, still waiting on AC Milan announcing Sven Botman. Must be some sort of hold-up, so we'll best ask John Sinclair. Daniil says Under Armour is good gear. It is good gear. We've got the porn sites in again. Well, there you go. Honestly, do you know what it is? They don't give up. I just wonder who actually, clicks on them. Billy,
Chippers.
It's not me.
Billy.
It's not me.
Scott says, evening Toon Review troops. Great news on Botman. Finally, it is indeed. Stephen Calvert, thank you for your £2 super chat. He says, will they break our record transfer? Joe Linton. I think it will be broken sooner rather than later. I have no doubt about that, the intentions, but it's when. I mean, Paqueta, is Paqueta more than 40 million quid, Archer?
60 million.
60 million, I would say, for quite a.
For me, he's like just a bit better than Bruno.
I think 60 is a stress.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
They'll bump it up because of Bruno. I think
how
they
much did we
wouldn't
pay
let
for
us.
Bruno again?
35.
40 million.
40.
So I probably think we're looking around similar for
Bruno's
35
add-ons or something. Bruno's on 120k a week.
Yeah.
But if we sign a world-class striker, we're going to have to pay more than 40 million for him, and I think we will sign a world-class striker.
That's the problem, Billy. They're all overvalued.
For me, Eriksen's a bit of a safer option.
The Telegraph's reporting Botman was 30 million, and loads of others are reporting 37.5 and add-ons. They've all got different quotes. I think Luke Edwards was pushing for saying it was 30 as well. Everybody's got different figures. It's very bizarre.
Yeah. I just thought I'd seen that. Tom says you should do a female-focused show and call it Lisa's Lasses.
What title?
That's a pretty good name.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's been lost on some people, but certainly not on me.
Muff.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Christ, Billy, man.
Billy loves a smelly pair of Nickies. Oh my good lord!
The white ones too.
Oh, shut up. Mark's looking forward to signing a superstar striker. Expensive, I know, but will catapult us into the top 6. Ryan, you don't have to drink coffee in your mug. You can wash your. Oh, what is wrong with people tonight, man?
That's the toffee apple man, isn't it?
V says, I'd come on, but my tash might put people off. Class V. Brilliant. Why
they don't mind mine.
Frankie Ford sites in this chat? Well, we can't help it, big dog. You know what it is? I can't sort of stop them until they've actually posted, and then we can block them after that. But unfortunately, nothing we can do about it. They're out there everywhere. They do it on every channel, and you just block them and get on with it. That's just the way it is. Pre-season starts on Friday, says Daniil. It does. Yeah. We've had Spider-Man in Gutierrez. Now we have Batman, says Tony. Can Ward-Prowse join? Like Trippier?
I've been hearing this thing about 75 million for Ward-Prowse.
Look,
much money.
Yeah,
listen,
a lot of money, is there?
did anybody see the show we did when Alex put the stats of Ward-Prowse up? I don't. You know, yes, he can take a free kick and a penalty, but what else does he do?
Nothing.
Not much.
It's just captain value,
He
isn't
does
it?
do a
Captain
lot.
value.
He doesn't fit how we play at the moment. Like, he plays in a very different
4-4-2.
system at Southampton with specific instructions and a specific pressing style. It's completely different to how we play. I just don't see how unless he's going to do exactly what Shelby has been doing and is going to come in as a 6, but for 75 million,
It's ridiculous.
No,
it doesn't make sense as a transfer. I think he's a great player, but it doesn't make sense as a transfer for us at all. It doesn't suit the system, the shape. There's not a position for him. It just doesn't make sense.
Listen, it's bloody stupid, to be honest. I think these are what I mean. If you look at British-based players, the fees, the mental. I mean, £75 million for James Ward-Prowse. You could get 2 absolute worldies from abroad for that amount of money.
2 Brunos.
We've got a future European superstar for less than that.
Yeah,
just join our club right now.
You've got to take a lot of these things with a pinch of salt. Like, there's a lot of media outlets that have, when they're reporting on strikers, they will use like the phrase "to partner Callum Wilson," and we all know Eddie Howe's done multiple interviews where he said he's not keen on playing 2 strikers together, and that's not the way we're going to play. So we get like professional media outlets are reporting, "Oh, strike partner." Well, obviously not, because we've heard from Eddie Howe's mouth that that's not the way we're going. So you just got to take it all with a pinch of salt.
Ashington would love to see Sunderland relegated out the Championship first season back. Would love the look on their faces.
They'll still be slagging Newcastle off no matter what.
Well, they can attempt to.
If we don't get top 7, they'll be thrashing us as well.
Yeah, Annie, I know you've got to go. Take it easy, mate. We'll see you next time, buddy.
See you, Annie.
Yeah, see you next week.
Mate.
Bye.
We'll come to the end of this show anyway, to be honest. These porn sites are just ridiculous. Like, they really are. Kevin says Maguire was 80 million. What more can you say? Yeah.
Crap.
Who was it I heard? Andros Townsend yesterday.
Oh, he's on TalkSport.
Yeah. Sticking up for what I can only be just saying that Harry Maguire is a great captain and a very good footballer. Why do people make arses of themselves like this? It just makes no sense at all. Does anybody on this panel rate Harry Maguire?
No.
You've got to look at his performances for England, though.
I do think he's fine. He's just not good enough for Champions League, and he's not good enough to be captain. He's fine at a level, and it's not the level he's at right now. It's not fair on him. He needs to be
the level is fine now.
I think he's a good centre back, but he won't win you titles.
I think it was too big of a boost for him.
Except the one at Leicester, of course.
I'm surprised Barcelona asked for him. So
yeah, but that was Huth and Wes Morgan that won them the title. It wasn't really Maguire.
Good evening, Mr. Proudlock.
All right.
Peter.
Yes, you may as well join us for the last 10 minutes of the show, my man.
I know.
How are you feeling today have you seen the picture of Mr. Botman?
I have, yes. Absolutely delighted that we've got him in the football club.
What do you think he's going to bring to Newcastle?
I think he'll improve our defence because we could tell that was lacking quite a lot, particularly in the first half of the season when we had players like Lascelles, Clark costing us points in so many games, etc. I think he'll hopefully bring a massive boost to our defence.
Interesting. And do you have you picked up on these Ericsson rumours today?
I haven't actually, to be honest.
Well, apparently, hang on, I'm just reading Statwell's message there. Newcastle confirmed 3 senior signings in June for the first time since 2011-12, when they announced Kabay Bar and Sylvain Marvaux. That's come from Dominic Sker. Yeah, Sylvain Marvaux. I thought Sylvain Marvaux, he was a waste of a talent because he had talent. He just didn't.
He did. I didn't mind Marvaux. I thought he should have got more of an opportunity.
Yeah, I do. But then, 2011-12, we had a decent team back then, to be honest. But Paul says, what makes Ericsson a better signing? Should we get another striker? Should we not get another striker? Wilson up front with a goal-scoring midfield, added with the set pieces attacking force to behold. listen, next season we're going to be very, very dangerous with set pieces. We're going to be very quick going forward, and I think that's what Eddie Howe wants. John over there in Jeddah, do you think he wants to sort of play fast-flowing football next season?
No, I don't think.
Right.
I think we will possess the ball in the middle. So I don't think we are going with that style.
Yeah. Listen, we can't get any slower than we played under Steve Bruce, can we? I mean, that was just sort of, that was like rugby going backwards, wasn't it? We had to pass backwards to move forward. Jacques, what is that dog?
That is a sausage dog.
There's
another one there.
Sausage dogs. God bless them.
Yeah, they're chilling.
See, I couldn't. The thing is, if I took a sausage dog for a walk, it would be like the sausage dog would have to do a 100-meter sprint every time, trying to keep up with us. Bruce says Santos, young striker, though they were going to bring him to Newcastle. Kevin says, do you think Bruno has a bit of Asprilla about him? Exciting, though a little more consistent than Asprilla. I don't think he's anything like Asprilla, in all honesty. I don't see any... Asprilla was very sort of up and down for me. I mean, yes, he could be brilliant at times, but at other times he was just anonymous. He had that thing about him where if he did, he could do something anytime he wanted, but it was when he wanted and not necessarily when the team wanted it. He was a very interesting guy, shall we say.
That finish at Anfield with the outside of his
bloody hell.
That was sublime.
And, he came with a bit of a reputation, didn't he, anyway, from Italian football, where, he'd apparently been involved in sort of guns and all that kind of stuff back in Colombia. And he had something about him. But I think Bruno, for me, is a completely different footballer, a completely different man.
Bruno is the most all-round midfielder I think I've ever seen play in black and white stripes. He does everything.
Everyone's excited for the new season, what he's going to do.
He does everything. He can go box to box. He's a great passer of the ball. He defends well. He's got tricks.
He's just levels, Billy. He's built. He's levels.
He's just above anything we've ever had. And I don't say that lightly because we've had great midfielders at Newcastle United. He's got everything. Absolutely everything.
Yep, 100%. Right, to end the show, obviously I can't ask you for your predictions tonight because there just isn't any football on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to each ask every one of you, starting off with you, Archer, who's the next signing through the door?
Oh.
It's not who you want, but who do you think will be next through the door? Given all those players that have been linked.
I'm going to go with either Diaby or Anthony from Ajax.
Oh, Anthony?
Aye.
Jesus, have we been linked with him?
He wants United.
Listen, I wouldn't put it. You know what it is? The way Man United are going at the minute, I wouldn't put it past them to miss out on him because he and say right, let's go to Newcastle instead because Man United is just all over the place.
Taking them a while to get the Frankie de Jong play over the line, isn't it?
Yeah, apparently it's 300 grand a week he's wanting, I mean, it's extortionate wages. But listen, they keep making fools of themselves that they don't learn the lessons. And it's just funny. It's funny seeing Man United fans going absolutely scatty. But thanks for coming on, Archer. We'll catch you next time, matey.
Catch you later.
Take care, buddy.
See you, mate.
Yes.
Right, Jacques, who's next through the door?
I don't think there's anyone that's actually been linked. I think it'll be an Ekatike type of player, someone who's on the younger side. Obviously, with the overinflation of strikers, you want someone who's got potential, but is going to be happy not to start because obviously Callum's going to start, isn't he? So that's a very bad suggestion, but that's my answer.
Fair enough. Right, well, thanks for coming on, matey. You're welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
Tuesday night, mate. So take care.
Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.
See you, Jacques.
Bye.
There's a few comments coming about Tino there. Tom says the story about Tino putting a porn film on the team bus. Yeah, I've heard this one. Keegan isn't happy about it because Tino goes, "No, it's okay. It's my girlfriend." Oh God, what a
wow.
guy!
Jesus
What a guy!
Christ, wow.
V says, "I loved Asprey. To be fair, even if he was a bit mad, well, that's probably why I loved him. Those celebrations and all. Yeah, the celebrations were incredible, weren't they? Just sort of jumping and doing all sorts. Right, John, Jeddah John. I'll
Yes.
start calling you. There you go.
Yes, perfect.
Who's next through the door, my man?
I will go with the Portuguese player named Fernandes. Fernandes, I think. The one play with Prague.
Right, yeah.
He's a young guy. So
Roger
I think it's fit
Fernandez,
for-
yeah.
Roger
Yes,
Fernandez,
yes.
yeah. Yeah, he's a very good player. Right, thanks for coming on, mate.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome
Pleasure to
anytime.
meet you.
Yeah,
Tuesday
yeah.
is a fan forum.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank
Good
you,
night.
Roy.
Bye.
See you later.
Hella.
Thank you, guys.
Will you stop it, Roy? I have no idea. What is that? Does that mean good night or goodbye?
I use it in. You can use it for both. Hella.
Halla.
Hella. Yeah, but I use it more than.
Sorry, does that also mean where's me invite for the World Cup?
When I see you never, I'll be like hella. It means Arit, so you can use it. Those are different.
Just get me on that 777 to Qatar for the World Cup.
Oh yeah.
Right, Jack, who's next through the door?
Earlier today, I was thinking Rafinha, but looking at recent stuff now, was probably going to be no chance. So the closest one I can go with is probably Ericsson. That's probably not, but I have no clue. I wanted Rafinha, but not looking likely anymore.
Yeah. Oh, well, I guess we'll see. Right, thanks for coming on, Jack.
Cheers.
You're welcome as a regular next week again if you want to come on.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah,
Take care, mate.
Right, see you. Bye.
Good night, Jack.
Right, Peter.
Oh, wow. I really hope it's Paqueta.
Yeah?
I really hope Paqueta is the next one. I would love
Is
it.
that your heart rule in your head, Pete, or do you think it'll be somebody else coming in?
I think someone else may come in first, but I really just would like Paqueta through the door.
Listen, I saw him. I saw a few clips of Paqueta the day I was watching somebody posted something from YouTube. He looks a player, and I'm not saying he's going to turn up in the Premier League and do the business straight away. But then again, Bruno has, so there's no reason why Paqueta couldn't. So it is exciting. It is exciting because we just don't know who's going to be through the door next, despite what certain people say. We just don't know who's coming in, and that's the exciting thing about it. But thanks for coming on, mate, and
No problem.
hopefully see you soon and get yourself on next week.
No problem.
Take it easy, man. Good night. Ryan.
I'm gonna go with Gabigol or Gabriel
Barbosa,
Barbosa. Yeah, I'm gonna go with him. Just straight up.
I've just signed him on Football Manager.
Nice.
Yeah. No, Alex, don't put your head down. I started again. I did my research like you told me to, right? And I also downloaded some tactics, right? So I've just thumped Man United 4-1 in the second game of the season. It's in James Park. I did lose to Brentford 3-0 in the first game, but I think that the players were just getting used to the tactics, I think. But I've downloaded 3 different tactics.
That's what your pre-season's for.
No, shut up. I've literally, I've started well. That's all I can say. For
If
once.
FM's on sale on Steam, I might buy it because I'm sick of FIFA
I'm hooked
after
on
like
it now.
7 years. I'm sick of FIFA after like 7-8 years of playing it every year.
Yeah, well, I'm hooked
Football
on it now.
Manager's
and
a
hopefully,
very different game. Very, very different.
Yeah, I
game.
know.
really
Very
do like it.
analytical and statistical.
it's because it's the first time that I've had actually a computer powerful enough just to have the full settings. So like the crowd are all on there and all sorts of stuff, and it's brilliant. But hopefully, I'm on my way to success this time because I've signed some absolute quality players. I've got rid of more than half the squad. But there you go, because it was shite. Right, thanks for coming on, Ryan. We'll see you next week, buddy.
Yeah, see you guys next week.
Take care, mate. Stay safe. And it's now the King of Qatar. This should be interesting.
I want Ericsson.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not going to cost any money, so you got spare money to use for a right winger or a striker as well. The whole story with him as well, and especially the last 10 games when he played for Brentford last season. Some of them amazing, world class.
Yeah,
nice guy. He'll fit in with the team as well. So
look,
that's the one.
I think Ericsson would be an absolutely wonderful signing. I really do. But again, time will tell. It just depends what's going to happen. Where he decides to go eventually. But it is going to be very, very interesting to see where he goes. But
He's
thanks for coming on.
Longstaff.
Well, yes, ever so slightly. Thank you for coming on, Roy, and it's great to see
Cheers,
you again,
mate.
man.
I didn't know what to do with myself in the last month and a half.
I know. Well, take care of yourself, and we'll see you next week.
You too, lads.
I'm waiting.
I'll sort it out. Don't worry.
Take care, mate. Stay safe out there.
Cheers.
Good night.
See you, Roy.
See you guys.
So there you go. That was the fan forum for this evening. We hope you've enjoyed it. Well over 1,000 watching again, which is absolutely mental. But thank you very much, each and every one of yous. We will be back, me and Alex, tomorrow at lunchtime, 12:30, where we're going to do a special show on Sven Botman, talk about what he's going to bring to the team, his attributes and everything like that. So a really, really good show due at lunchtime tomorrow at 12:30. Thursday night, we're probably back with another transfer show. Friday night will be, of course, TTR Friday. Really looking forward to that again. So lots coming up on the channel this week. But thank you, everybody, for your super chats tonight. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for everybody that came on the forum and in the chat. It's been brilliant again. And thank you to Billy and Alex. And thank you to the mods who've had a very, very busy night. So thank you very much for all your hard work backstage, guys. I really, really do appreciate it. But that is it for the fan forum. It'll be back next week at 8:30. And until tomorrow lunchtime at 12:30, we'll see you then. Take care.
Away the lads.